Good morning, shifters. Jen coming at you here on Friday, Fun Friday. I know there's a lot of weekend plans coming up regarding the dry try, regarding vacations, regarding spring break, regarding all the things, and probably just a lot of excitement through that. So, coming out here today, I know it's the end of almost week 2. And if y'all are like many of us, week 2 has probably been the hardest, toughest week for you. And as we know, change can be hard. And as many of you also commented, there's also great growth through change. So my plan on here today is to share 2 things with you that have been life-changing for me. I'll put it that way. So one of the things to know is that during week 2, there's a lot of uncertainty, right? So you're probably going to find yourself in a few states. Number 1, you may be finding yourself in a state where it's like, oh, let me jump on the scale. Let me see what it tells me. Try to figure out the why behind that. Try to figure out why you're getting a level of certainty from the scale. And then also think about the opposite. What if the scale isn't your best friend? Not because you aren't making the right decisions for you when it comes to food, but because maybe it's the time of the month, or maybe your circumstances are different, or maybe you had a meal with a higher sodium intake. There's so many things that impact that scale. So you might be looking for certainty. You might also be thinking there's a lot of self-doubt. Why did I sign up for this? Why did I think now was the right time? Why am I listening to these crazy people? Know that we've got you. You're very normal, and you're going through a very normal stage. I'll tell you a quick story about myself that you may not know. So during my college years, I'm first generation who went to college. And as you can imagine, that's a huge expense. If you've gone through it, if you've got a kid who's gone through it or just had friends, it's a huge expense, right? And I didn't want to get into great financial debt, but honestly, I did not know how I was going to do that. And randomly one day in my life, I had somebody at school who came up to me and said, hey, I got a great summer opportunity for you. And I said, what is it? And they said, it's selling books door to door. And you can imagine the sense of panic I had within me. You want me to sell? You want me to go to a different state and do this? You want me to work 13.5-hour days? And the more I processed it, the more I thought, this is how I get to where I want. And so this program, y'all, is how you get to stop dieting forever. This is how you get the inner confidence that you so want. This is how you get the physical results that you're looking for, right? But sometimes in the thick of it, it may feel like a whole lot. And yes, I did go on that crazy adventure, and I did go sell books door to door. And trust me, day 1, day 2, and the first couple of weeks, I was thinking, what the heck did I sign up for? Things got better. And the reason things got better is for, I would say, a couple things. Number 1, I realized that there were tons of circumstances and tons of things that controlled my day that I had no impact over whatsoever. But one thing I absolutely didn't matter what would come my way. And that was my mental frame of mind, my attitude, how I went about the actions, knowing that I could, that I would, that I was going to, even when I felt it was so difficult, hard, and uncomfortable. So know that the way that you speak to yourself, know that the actions that you're going to have crazy circumstances happen over the course of a day, over the course of a week. Your mental attitude and your ability to think positively is going to impact you. One huge thing that happened for me, and I think about this every day. We say things like, I have to go to the gym. I have to go work out. I have to go to work. I have to eat right. I have to. No, you don't have to do any of this. Absolutely none of it. You get to. Right? So when we look at life through that lens, it's very different. I get to work out. How many people can't? Right? I get to eat right. Or not even that. I just get to make better choices for my health and for my food. How many people don't have that as an ability of something that they can do? Maybe it's their financial circumstances. Maybe it's they live in a different country where food doesn't come as easily as it may come here. We get to, y'all. We get to do so many amazing things. So change your frame of mind and know that, yes, life will happen. Circumstances will happen, but you are in full driver's seat of that. The other thing I'll just go ahead and share with you is, yes, attitude. I believe I'm a big proponent in the fact that attitude changes things. And also just being grateful. Being grateful for what you have. Being grateful for the people in your life. Being grateful for some of us, as scary as it may be, that we're going to be doing a dry try this weekend. So you don't have to, you get to. So I'll kind of fast forward, kind of tell you the journey of my book selling. But yes, I did make it that summer. And yes, I did go out and I sold for 2 additional summers. And I helped lead an org that made more profit dollars and more revenue dollars in 13 weeks, which was the summer, than we ever thought. And I empowered a whole bunch of people. But that's because I chose to be different, to choose differently through that journey of, oh, this all is happening to me. It's not happening to y'all. We have control over this. Remember, your mental attitude is super important. You don't have to. You get to. So what is your get to for this week? What is your get to for today? What is your get to for this weekend? You've got this. We've got you. Believe in yourself and know that everything you're feeling and all the emotions you're going through are completely normal. I'll see you on the other side.